What's going on, YouTube? Today I wanted to talk a little bit about something we really haven't talked about in a while here. Uh, Game hunting itself. Now I'm not going to show you all, I'm not going to show off some crap that I picked up lately or anything like that. But we're going to talk a little bit more about what I want to say, the psychology and stuff behind game hunting, and almost when it becomes too much, or almost to the addictive part of when game hunting is, yeah. So we've talked in the past, about retro game collecting addiction, everything that leads up to it. And once again, I'd like to just announce that I am by no means a doctor. I have no degree in psychology or anything like that. I am just talking from personal experience. So I can't, what do I want to say, diagnose you with any kind of problems. Nor should you think that by me talking about this, and if it relates to you too much, that you yourself should diagnose yourself. If you are struggling with any kind of addiction, psychological issues, or anything that you just need help for, please seek out a licensed therapist and talk out your stuff with them. Alright, so I used to talk in the past, like I said, about retro game collecting addiction and everything that came along with it. And one of the huge things that drove me to it was game hunting. So now somebody's gonna say, well, what the hell, man? Like how can that be addicting? Or you're just out there just kind of chilling and doing stuff. Well, the thrill of the game hunt is real, guys. So I know a lot of you guys will do it just to either resell or help fund your collecting that games that you actually want. And I've done that in the past where I'll go buy a huge N64 lot. Basically for maybe 2 games like Ocarina or Star Fox or something like that, and then the other games, if I have doubles or I'm not interested in them at all, I will resell to basically get those 2 other games I wanted for free. So, but at one point, when does it become less about the collecting and more about the release of serotonin, those dopamines and stuff that make you feel so good? And then afterwards you come down so hard that it's just you want to keep doing it. So that is really what we're going to talk about today. Is now, first off, what is the thrill of the hunt? That is the excitement, the anxiety, the rush of emotions that is involved in finding something good, finding something that's either very rare or very expensive, or something in general that you've been looking for a very long time. Now, what happens with this is you just get so excited, like just the heart's pumping. And then when you finally get it in your hands, you finally get back in your vehicle, you finally get home and put it on the shelf, and you're just in awe, or a sense of relief just goes over you, and you're just, that is really what the thrill of the hunt it can be described as. Now, what happens afterwards could be a whole nother meaning. So now you just got done getting all that excitement for that item you picked up that you've been looking for, and everything that goes along with that. Now what? Now what do you do? So a lot of times people chase that high. They chase that thrill from game hunting, and then they go right back out. Okay, now I have to do it again. And then they'll pull back out their phone. They'll get back on the old interwebs. They'll get out and they'll start hunting again. We got to find the next one. We got to find the next holy grail, the next freaking artifact. I'm Indiana Jones. Here we go. And I struggled with this a lot. And sometimes I still catch myself doing this. So what do people use? Like I've said in the past, a big thing is like Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, and everything along the lines of that. Or in general, just shopping, guys. Hitting up thrift stores and everything like that. So I have in my little talk about notes off to the side here, discovering rare and sought after games in dusty attics and forgotten bargain bins. So a few years back, I got a pretty big Nintendo score, and what it essentially was some guy's mother saved everything from his childhood: receipts, boxes, rental boxes. I mean, I think they bought out a bunch of NES rental games at the local grocery store, and she saved all that. It was insane. And he said that after his parents had passed away and he inherited the house, he discovered it all upstairs, and then he ended up selling it to me. And that was probably the biggest score I've ever had in my life. Like I was literally shaking when I was loading everything up in the car because I was so excited about finding all that cool stuff. But that is like one of the thrills too. It's just you never know where you're gonna find something. I've gone into thrift stores, searched for 30, 45 minutes, about ready to give up, and then discovered a Wii. Or that's some of you guys are just like, it's just Wii, man. But when you were really like into the moment and doing all that stuff, finally finding something is very awesome, especially if you're needing it or wanting to sell it. But it's just like, and that's the same that can be said about garage sales and flea markets. A lot of times, you'll hit up garage sales and be walking around expecting not to find nothing, and then at the very last table, there's a couple Super Nintendos or a couple video game consoles or a stack of video games, and they only want $1 or something for them, and it's just insane. And that's the thrill. Like, you never know what you're gonna find. And I think it's the only issue with this is that sometimes when does it become too much that it overtakes your life? It essentially drives you to do it uncontrollably, and you just lose yourself in it. So that's the biggest issue with a lot of times with collection, with addiction and stuff like that. Is when does it become just fun and exciting to the point where it becomes addicting, and a lot of times I think that's when, like we just said, when it starts controlling your life and you lose all control, and willpower doesn't seem to stop. So, but that's okay. So we talked about that kind of stuff. Let's see. And the last one, the community aspect of connecting with fellow collectors online and in person. So in-person one, that's kind of whatever. I see a lot of times on YouTube, it's nothing bad, I would say. Like, there's a couple of YouTubers I see that usually get together with each other and game hunt and do all that kind of stuff. So it's nothing along the lines of bad and all means by that. But the community aspect of connecting with fellow collectors online, and once again, like I said, not bad at all. It's just when you kind of use it to, what do I want to say, push your push your hunting, because you want to feel belong, you want to look cool, you want to get a great following, that to the point where you don't even care about the games anymore. You're just trying to just place yourself in the community. And I'm guilty of that in the beginning. I've said in the past that I was huge into just wanting to get an insane amount of pickups and everything along the lines of that, so that way I'd look cool to you guys, that I have an awesome following on YouTube. Some of my favorite YouTubers at the time, Metal Jesus Rocks and all of them, were doing these pickup videos, and everybody was loving it, and I'm going to become YouTube famous doing this too. And I think that was kind of a thrill of the game hunt too, is because if I could film a great video, record a great video of me going out hunting and finding some rare and exotic games and stuff like that, then yeah, it's going to help along the lines of my YouTube channel and everything that goes along with it. And it just kind of was just like, it's nuts, guys. A lot of you guys will not understand this, and I get it, because it's kind of like just a weird concept to some people. And that's kind of like the same when you talk with somebody that's an alcoholic or an addict, and people are just like, why don't you just stop? Just stop doing it then. You're not addicted. It's not anything like that. You're just stop doing it and you'll be fine. And a lot of people don't understand sometimes the psychological stuff that goes beyond that. And it's fine. And it's just like, that's how a lot of times, like, why I like to do these videos, is to let people know that there is other people out there like them. There is ways to recover from it. And there is just, all you have to really do sometimes is just talk to somebody about it. And then just kind of want to change. Admitting you have a problem is usually the first step. And then after that, just talking with people and willingness to want to change kind of helps you get along that. But I think going with retro game collecting, guys, the thrill of the game hunt is real. And like I said, this is not 100% a bad thing. Sometimes a lot of people use this for motivation for their business and everything that goes along with that. Or even, like I said, if they got a YouTube channel that's based on this stuff, they'll push the envelope on this. They'll keep going on this to get as much followers or stuff like this, and like I said, in general, this is not a horrible thing. if this is your hobby, you just like to game hunt, guys, then by all means do it. I'm not, I wouldn't say to a hunter that's going out to shoot a deer for his, to feed his family or anything like that. I wouldn't say stop doing that. You're addicted to hunting, but you just got to be careful at some point what goes along with this. But the thrill of the game hunt is real. I still get, butterflies sometimes wandering Goodwill or going to my local game store and hoping that I'm going to find some game that I've been wanting a long time. And it's a good feeling, too. It's not, like I said, not everything's negative. But I want to know what you guys think in the comments below once you get, hopefully, to this point in the video. Do you game hunt? Do you get that nice little dopamine boost and everything that goes along with it? And how much do you really game hunt? Just let me know in the comments below what you guys think about game hunting in general, guys. So, that being said, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, stay retro, my friends, and I will see you in the next video.